Hi guys, and welcome back to Vatsim 101, and welcome to Miami International Airport in Florida. And as you can see, we have a Cessna 152 which we have rented for about 3 hours, and we're just waiting for the flight instructor to leave the aircraft before we get in and we can start our preparations for our flight today in Miami. So welcome to the cockpit of the Cessna 152. It's a long time since I've actually flown an aircraft like this, and I've actually updated the livery, the cockpit interior and the outside as well. So I hope you like it. You can download it from flightsim.to and just navigate to aircraft and liveries down to the Cessna 152 tab, and you can just download your livery from there. So yeah, very nice. And just to say thank you to all the subscribers who've subscribed to the channel thus far. So as at making of this video, we are 201 the last time I looked, so really that's really good. I'm really happy about that, and do thank you for subscribing. And also, just to encourage, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do click that subscription button just down below and subscribe to the channel. So thank you very much. So now what we're going to do today, well, we're going to be going on a local flight really from Miami International Airport, heading straight along to Miami Beach, turning up Miami Beach and skirting our way along the beach right up past Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to turn just before we reach Pompano Airport and just fly to the outskirts of the city. And then we're going to do a touch and go at a land strip called Opa Locka West Airport. Okay, so it's not really an airport, it's just a touch and go training field, because they built it just to relieve the training traffic from Opa Locka Executive Airport. So that's the only reason why it's there really. But it's a bit of a challenging approach because it's got a load of trees around. Alright, so we'll try and deal with that. Now, as you can see here, we are within Class Bravo airspace. So we're going to have to be thinking about that as we take off. All right, and then we're going to head on into Class Charlie airspace. All right, and then heading back. Okay, so this flight is going to be strictly VFR. So away the map goes, and I won't see it again. Promise. No side screen viewing. Okay, so this is strictly VFR. Okay, so I'm just trying to actually bring up my tracker at the moment, and normally should start the tracker before you actually start the sim. I can't see that blue light, so it's on. Thank goodness. The amount of problems I have with this sometimes. Okay, right. Good. So that's the tracker. All right. See there. Wow. Amazing 3D views of the Cessna 152 cockpit. Wow. Cool. Okay. So it's quite easy to start up this Cessna 152 actually. Pretty much as simple as starting your car. Just a few things to check really. So we've done a pre-flight check already. All right. And we need to make sure that this lever is down. Okay, and I'll just actually bring up the checklist just to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, so we're going to get this checklist up. Right, so before starting the engine, pre-flight inspection complete. Seat belts, shoulder harness, we're not having any of those. Fuel shut-off valve is on. Radios are off. Brakes test and set. Okay, so we'll just fill the brakes. Yeah, they feel okay. Circuit breakers check in. Well, they're all in. And right, then we'll start the engine. Okay, so radio's off. Now, the reason why the radios have to be off, that's because when you're starting the engine, there's a possibility of a surge voltage just coming through. So make sure that these are off. Make sure these are off all the way off there, and the other com. Okay, so that is off, and right, so what we're going to do as well is prime the engine actually. So let's guess just get our checklist back up again. So mixture rich, let's put that rich. Throttle, pull that out. 1/2 inch roundabout. Carb heat is on cold. We'll put the taxi lights on because we're going to be taxiing shortly. We'll make sure elevators are checked. Okay, and we'll just prime the engine, take this out, pull this out once. And what that does, that takes some fuel away from the strainer and it just squirts it onto the injectors. In the summer, you just generally do it once. In the winter, you might do it up to 3 times to help the engine to start. Okay, we'll just turn on the masters. The parking brake is set. Let's double check. Yes, shout clear prop. And we can start the engine. And there we are. Oil pressure, yeah, that's gone up. And we'll just relax the throttle a bit. Right, let's turn the radios on and we can pick up the ATIS. Okay, to Miami ATIS on let's try 119150.
Miami Airport information Sierra 17000. Wind 276.
Do you notice how the volume increases as I turn this up? It actually does work.
Skies condition clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 13. Altimeter 29.902. Visual runway 26 right, ILS runway 26 left, and ILS runway 27 in use. Landing and departing runway 26 right, runway 26 left, and runway 27. VFR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller, on initial contact, you have Sierra.
Okay, so we got Sierra, so let's go to ground.
Miami
127.
Tango 17000. Wind
That's COM 2 actually. Let's turn.
Visibility niner. Skies condition clear. Temperature 1.
That's COM 1 actually. That's COM 1. Okay, so
Miami Airport information.
ground
Tango
12750.
Wind 276 a tree. Visibility
12750.
Clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 13. Altimeter 29.902.
I know we can just click the
Visual runway 26
dialogue,
right, ILS
but
runway
just
26
try
left, and ILS runway 27.
do it as they would in the real world.
Landing and departing runway
Okay,
26 right, runway 26 left, and runway 27.
So it's 121800.
VFR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
It does take much longer this way. It's
Advise
more
controller,
fiddly.
on initial contact, you have
It really
Tango.
is.
Miami Airport information Tango 17000. Wind 276 a tree.
Got there.
Visibility not.
Okay, so now we are going to request a departure to the east because we're actually taking off westerly, so we need to actually take off to the east. Let's get rid of this tracker for a moment. So
Miami ground, Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 with Tango request taxi to the active departure to the east.
Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 taxi to and hold short of runway 27 via taxiway 12 Whiskey Papa Uniform Papa Quebec Quebec 8. Contact tower on 123.9 when ready.
okay, so let's get back to her.
Taxiing hold short runway 27 using taxiway 12 Whiskey Papa Uniform Papa Quebec Quebec 8 Cessna Lima Golf 1.
Wow, that was fast. Okay, so pretty much if I get this Navigraph out actually, so we can just have a quick look as to where we are. So let's go to Miami, open charts list and airport, and there we are. So we're actually heading down here along Papa and then going to Quebec and Quebec 8, which is the holding point. Okay, so if we get lost we can actually just refer back to that. Alright, so we're ready to rock. We're ready to, let's say, ready to rock and roll. Yes, we are ready to rock and roll. So let's rock and roll, shall we? Let's get going. All right. Okay, there's no ground staff nearby. Oh yes, he is. Look, there he is. He is nearby. Look at that. The left column was actually completely blocking him. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we're going to taxi on now. So let's just pull the parking brake. There we go. Thought it wasn't working for a minute. Right, and let's move off. Make sure he's not going to get hit. Maybe nearly. Okay, now the thing is about taxiing, right? It can be really dangerous. Look, oh, okay, I thought the car was coming towards me. All right, so we're passing a road now, and there's quite a lot of road vehicles around, so you just need to be really careful and look out for where we're going. Okay, so we're heading right down here. This aircraft really rolls well, you know. You can see it bouncing up and down on well-inflated rubber tires. See aircrafts there taxiing to their holding points as well. Very nice day here in Miami. Very nice. Lovely day to fly. Lovely day to be on the beach as well, isn't it? Seems quite busy as well. It's a lovely airport though. I'm going a bit astray there. I look away and I go astray. What will be really good is when this program gets, there's a program that you can, if you're flying online, it's called matching. So basically, you know, it allows you to see real airline companies like Delta and Virgin and British Airways and so on and so forth. So at the moment we've got stock fake airline companies, so it'd be really nice to see real airline livery. I think we carry on straight actually, so we're not going to turn just yet. Just trying to straighten up this cockpit. So you can hear my rudder pedals, Cytec rudder pedals, creaking in the background. Had them for quite a while. So this aircraft is really rolling away. I haven't got any throttle on them whatsoever. Look at that. I have to step on the brakes now. Now the brakes are actually really weak, not working as effectively as I thought they would, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's put the parking brake on. That's on, and we're just going to have a look at our run-up checklist. So, before takeoff, parking brake set, cabin doors closed, flight controls free and correct. Okay, right, so let's just switch on our tracker and yep, one down, one up, good. And we'll have a look at our elevators. They're working, rudder is working, good. We know the brakes are working, and flaps. Okay, good. And now we're going to actually just do a run up. Didn't quite hear which way the wind is blowing, but we'll just select 1700 RPM. Go to the magnetos. And we'll just get this out of the way actually. Make it a little bit more easy for us. Oops, wrong way. Actually, let's turn off the track IR and we can get this better. Right. Looking at the needle, it's dropped a little bit. Turn it to the right magneto, dropped a little bit more. Okay, I'm happy with that. Even though it should be 150 between the drops. Yeah, 50 RPMs between them both. So there we go. It is what it is. Right. Now what do we do? So elevator trim. That is set for takeoff. Good. Mixture is rich. And let's bring the throttle back down. Okay, carburetor heat is off. Right, engine instruments and ammeter. So we've got suction, that's checked, and ammeter. We need to give an eye on this warning light as well. Make sure that that doesn't come on. Right, good. All is checked. And normal takeoff, so flaps are set for 10 degrees, carburetor heats cold, throttle full open, elevator. So we're going to be lifting the rotating at 50 KIAS. Okay, so let's just request our clearance. Let's actually tune to tower first of all, shall we? So tower frequency is 123.9.
Miami Towers, Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 ready at runway 27 East departure.
Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 cleared for takeoff runway 27 departure to the east approved.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 Cessna Lima Golf 1.
Okay, so we have our clearance, so let's just check our approach path. That's clear. Okay, so here we go. Full throttle, looking at 50 knots. That's 50 knots. Pull back. Looking at about 70 knots. A bit more than 70 knots, about 75 knots.
Cessna Lima Golf 1 continue for east departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Miami Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 continue for east departure.
Okay, so pretty much we've got our clearance to turn east, really. Just trying to trim this aircraft out. So we're going to be ascending to an altitude of 1,500 and pretty much keep it there for the duration of the flight, really. There's no need to go any higher, otherwise we won't be able to see all the lovely sights here in Miami. Okay, so let's just begin our turn. Flaps up. Aircraft tends to nose dip a bit. And we're approaching our altitude now, so we'll just try and level off. And then the speed will build up. So the green shaded area on the airspeed indicator goes up to about 111 knots. You can go more than that into the orange arc bit, but you have to bear in mind not to make sharp maneuvers in this aircraft at that speed. Okay, just lower the nose a bit. You can lower the altitude. So we're heading straight for the town, really, and we'll head on out from there. Right, so oil pressure, keep an eye on that. Okay, ammeter, there's no red lights there, and fuel is good. You see our speed now has gone up to about 115. So when you trim out an aircraft like this, you pretty much can fly it almost hands-free. So I've got my hands off the yoke now, and it's pretty much maintained about nearly 1,400 there. Right, so we're going to take a left here because we want to be going over the town. As we turn, notice the aircraft's attitude begins to dip. So in the turns, generally you have to pull back slightly on the yoke just to maintain that altitude and attitude. So there's a shipyard right in front of us. And it's on an island called Dodge Island. Is it any wonder US Customs reside there? Funny name for it, isn't it? A place where you have US Customs, Dodge Island. I wonder what that is down there. Looks like a stadium. Now I must say I am fighting for frame rates. I really am. So I do apologise if it's a little bit on the jittery side. I really have tried to shut down.
Lima, Golf 1, please acknowledge.
Oops, they're calling me.
Miami Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 frequency change.
Right, so as I said, we have to contact them to request Class C Bravo airspace, so let's do that.
Miami approach Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 is type Cessna 152.6 miles east of Miami 1,500 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 Miami approach. Squawk 062
Squawk 062 Cessna Lima Golf 1.
There you go, should do it for me automatically. There we go, look, that was nice and quick.
Cessna Lima Golf 1 radar contact 7 miles east of Miami 1,500 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Good, so we're cleared. Excellent.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Cessna Lima Golf 1.
Right, so all those containers down there, look at that. Wow. And the island just there on the left, just right here, that's Star Island. I believe it's got 1 or 2 celebrities living there as well. But there's no way, there should be actually a road just here. So yeah, that's kind of missing from the scenery. Now if we were to fly straight ahead, maybe, well, in this aircraft probably about 2 or 3 hours, you'd get to an island called Bimini Island. Now I don't know what it's like as a tourist destination, but it's a very small island. I think you've got south and north of Bimini. Right, so we're going to start our turn. To go along Miami Beach. There's one long beach, but there's quite a few sections where the name changes, so it's all one Miami Beach, but it's got various names on it, like Pompano Beach, as I mentioned further up. I think a lot of the beaches take their names from the hotels that they're using. Right, let's just ascend a little bit, just so we can get back up to our 1,500. Whether we could fly this low in real life, I don't know. Probably, with permission. The only thing is that we'll be passing like 1 or 2 airports with the, a lot of the airports actually along this strip have westerly, easterly facing runways, just like Miami International. It makes sense.
Cessna Lima Golf 1, you're leaving my airspace. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Okay, so we're leaving
Squawk
Bravo
1200.
airspace.
Frequency change approved. Cessna Lima Golf 1. Miami approach Cessna Alpha Sierra. X-ray Lima Golf 1 is type Cessna 15210 miles east of Miami. Request flight following.
Cessna Alpha Sierra. X-ray Lima Golf 1 Miami approach. Squawk 0444.
Squawk 0444 Cessna Lima Golf 1.
Okay, we just
Cessna Lima Golf 1 radar contact 10 miles southeast of Opa Locka 1,600 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
right, just requested flight following there.
Copy Cessna Lima Golf 1.
Right, now this this green patch here, I'll show you, coming to here, is called Indian Creek. Now you can see all of this is a golf field, and what you have here is just houses, really top-notch houses. In fact, it's reported that Jay-Z and Beyonce actually have a house along this strip, just on the outer edge there. Really nice houses, and it's, I think it belongs to those who are on the 5th highest income bracket. I would have thought Jay-Z and Beyonce would be on the top list, high income bracket. I suppose they are really, but yeah, they got apparently have a place here. Just a little bit further up, we've got Lagos Island, and Cher reportedly has a home there as well. David Cassidy, a musician, singer, and actor, lives in Florida, Miami as well. There's quite a lot of stars from Florida, actually. There's Dwayne Johnson. And apparently, the man who actually designed the scratch material that you get on scratch cards and stuff like that to hide numbers. So the man who actually designed that actually lives here, either in this part or in Fort Lauderdale. So it's actually in the area. Right, so let's have a look at our gauges. Yes, oil pressure is okay. Ammeter, no warning lamps. Fuel is okay. Good. And altimeter, let's just actually press B and D, so we can make sure that they are at the correct levels. So what do you think of the USA update scenery? Well, from here it looks really nice, but I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell you what the comparison is, just what improvements there have been. If this is the improvement, then it's a big improvement. Looks very nice. So one full mixed mixture, and the throttle is all the way So you can see there on the RPM we're well within the green. So that is 2550. It's the maximum we should be on the RPMs. Right, so we need to request Class C airspace, so let's do that, shall we?
Miami approach Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-ray Lima Golf 1. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-ray Lima Golf 1 Miami approach. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
And there's Green Lakes just there, that semi-curved hotel area there.
Cleared through Charlie airspace Cessna Lima Golf 1.
Alright, so with the airspaces, they'd like you to contact them, say about at least 9 miles before, perhaps even more than that, just so that they can, they know you're coming and they can prepare for your aircraft well ahead of time, rather than you contacting them right on the border of their airspace. Nothing out there, just staring out into the big wide blue. These are the things you miss when you fly in a 320 Airbus, you know, 33, 35 or more thousand feet. You know, you miss all the scenery. It's gone. So it's nice to just once in a while have a flight in a GA, a general aviation aircraft, and then you get to see lovely scenery like this. There's actually a kayaking area near here. I'm not sure if this one is the one, or we just passed it. Right, so coming up ahead is Fort Lauderdale. And I do hope they are not using runway 27. Otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Okay, so there's an airport. I think that's Opa Locka. That's not the Fort Lauderdale. So that'll be the one we'll be landing on. If the aircraft engine was to start to run a bit rough while we're actually on flight, then one of the things you could do is actually just put this starter onto one of the magnetos, because that's one of the symptoms of a rough running engine is a clogged magneto. Or you could actually just pull the throttle right up, but it's right up at the moment, and try and clear it that way. So says the manual. Wow. Florida is certainly a state of water. Look at all the individual island residences there are. Okay, so we need to give an eye out for...
Cessna Lima Golf 1, contact Miami approach on 119.7.
Right, Miami approach.
119.7 for Cessna Lima Golf 1.
119.7. So how long it just takes just to select a frequency.
Miami approach, Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-ray Lima Golf 1, 1,400 feet.
Let's go.
Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-ray Lima Golf 1, Miami approach continuous planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Okay, so we're looking out for Pompano Airfield. Need to give an eye on that. We've got no VFR map at all. I do believe that is it. Just have a look back at what the previous airport is. So make sure. Okay, that is Pompano. Okay, yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so we're going to take our left here. And even if it's not, it doesn't really matter. You've got to turn left anyway. Oil pressure looking good, oil temperature looking good, fuel looking good, and RPMs looking good, and ammeter looking good. Right, so we're going to follow this channel, if you like. I'm going to get on the right hand side because we are VFR. I'm going to follow it for right down to the end, near enough. That's Pompano, where Daya TBM company has their outfit. They have a base there. I haven't flown the Dare TBM for a while, so I must get back into that aircraft. Very nice aircraft indeed. It's flying pretty well, isn't it? Cessna 152. Very nice. I do love the updated cockpit interior. It's good if you can get an updated livery. Something different. It's amazing to see just how much water there is. This looks like England some parts of England after heavy rainfall. But this is normal, this is just natural. Does require patience in an aircraft like a Cessna 152. You think about look at our top speed, which is just literally on the green, 110. Especially if you're accustomed to flying the A320 Airbus TBM 930, which cruises about 266 knots indicated airspeed, perhaps maybe a little bit more. And to actually come down into an aircraft like this, it really does try your patience. You know, you want to try and get places a little bit quicker. But that's it. That's what it's all about. What was that? Okay, I'm going to start a left turn here. Let's make sure nothing's in the way. So you can see here, this is like edge of town, out of town areas, and just looking across there, looking at the marshy, swampy areas. Almost like no man's land, isn't it? You have a channel actually just running right down there. Looks like you've got lots of residences down there, projects maybe. flats, they say in England. Okay, so our airfield for our touch and go, Opa Locka West, not too far from here. I'm just trying to follow the area I've got mapped out in my head, so I don't lose where I am. Right, so I want to try and tune that, the frequency for Opa Locka Airport for the ILS now. If memory serves me, it's 11035. So let's go to 1035. It might actually even come on. Let's have a look. Let's switch that. Oh, there you go. It's actually registering. And the other one is this one, actually 110.5. So cool. I haven't got a lot of mileage on this aircraft, you know. Let's see, what's the mileage on the aircraft? 54. Brand new. 54 nautical miles. Yeah, brand new aircraft. Just raise the nose a bit so we can get back to our 1,500 altitude. Okay, so our landing strip is it's a southerly or south facing and north facing, so we're looking at 1-8. Yes, we're looking at 1-8 on the dial there, on the direction, on the gyro, so 1-8. So we'll make sure we get ourselves lined up for that. So it's round about here, if memory serves me. turn about here. Is that a football field down there? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I thought it was. There we go. So the landing strip is like this, surrounded by a bunch of trees. You first sight of it, you think, how am I going to land there? But when you actually get down to it, it's pretty long. But the thing is that it's not the entrance to runway 18 is not quite accurate, because there should be a clearing for you to like descend and, you know, do a touch and go right at the threshold of the runway, but it's not there. It's just a bunch of tall trees, so it makes this approach even more challenging. Right, so we're still within Class Charlie airspace, so they haven't called us, which is good. And we won't have to re-enter Class Bravo airspace, so that's good as well. Okay, so I'm just going to take the aircraft down to about 1,000 feet. Reduce throttle a bit. I believe it is actually beyond that patch of water, so it's not this side of the water, it's the other side we've got progress to. So I'll just make sure we don't descend any further. It's definitely not this patch of trees here. That's without a doubt. No runway there. Still got a little bit of way to go. Back up to 1,500. Wow, water everywhere. You've got houses there right by the edge of the water. Wow, amazing. Ah, right, there we go. See that? I've made a mistake. It is there. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do... See that? That was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it? Okay, so I'm going to... did you see it there? There's VFR for you. Okay, so let's turn back round to a north heading. Right on top of it, nearly went past it. Look at that. Should have made straight in. Too high. Okay, so that's where it is. Oh, so we'll try and bring our speed down because we want to get the flaps out. Nose up a bit. Get that speed dial in the flaps arc area, which it is now. Selecting 10 degrees of flap. Trying to trim out the aircraft to relieve the pressure on the yoke. And flying out a bit so we can have room to actually correct any mistakes. Right, I think that should be enough. Let's just make our turn towards on base. Reduce our speed a bit. It's just up there. Let's have a look. Okay, let's turn south, make sure nothing else is coming. Careful that our speed doesn't go over the flat arc area. Right, now it's remembering where it is. See, I'm flying so low that I can't hardly see it. Okay, I think that's it over there. Right, so here we go for our touch and go. Let's see what we can do with this thing. So you can see here all the trees surrounding it, and it's not like that in real life. there's a clearing just before the threshold of the runway. Okay, so it needs to just throttle back. More flaps. We're really going to have to be skimming these trees, I tell you. Dangerously low. See that? I can't get any lower. Afraid of the wings clipped. Okay, I'm going to make a little steep. And throttle up. Whoops, look at that. Can you believe I was trying to find a throttle? Okay. A little bit messy on the takeoff, but I've got out of there safely. Okay, so we need to tune our airport. Right, so there's our runway ahead. Okay, so the only thing I just realised I didn't do is tune on Unicom the traffic for X-Ray 40 Airport, which is Opa Locka West, to warn other aircraft that I'd be actually doing touch and goes, so a bit naughty on that one. Luckily there was nobody else on the airfield. Right, so what we'll do is call into this airport. Definitely can't just intrude on Opa Locka, otherwise they won't be happy.
Opa Locka Airport information Echo 1800 Zulu. Wind 276 a tree. Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 13. Altimeter 29.902. Visual runway 27 left and ILS runway 27 right in use.
Ah, it's
Landing
27.
and departing runway 27 left and runway 27 right. VFR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller, on initial contact, you have Edo.
Okay, so it's 27 left. Oops.
Opa Locka
Sorry
Airport
about that.
information Foxtrot 1800 Zulu. Wind 276 a tree. Visibility 9er. Skies condition clear. Temperature 15. Dew
Okay,
point
27.
13. Altimeter 29.902. Visual runway 27 left and ILS runway 27 right in use. Landing and departing runway 27 left and runway 27 right. VFR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
Okay, so let's request a full stop landing at Opa Locka Executive Airport.
OPA Locka Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 is 3 miles west with Foxtrot to land.
Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima, Golf 1 Opa Locka Tower. Enter left traffic, runway 27 left. Altimeter 29.902 wind 276 a tree.
Make left traffic runway 27 left Cessna Lima Golf 1.
Okay, so we are on left traffic. That's left of the runway, that is. Even though from our point of view, it looks right, but we are actually on left traffic. Right, so runway 27 left. That's that one, far one. Well, the near one actually, yeah. That's the small one there, 27 left. Just right here, right next to us. So we'll just move out a bit. Someone's passing. Okay, mixture is full rich and carb heat. Oh, carb heat is cold. Oil pressure. Fuel looking good. And amateur is good. No warning lights there.
Cessna Lima Golf 1 clear to land runway 27 left. Wind 276 a tree.
Cleared to land runway 27 left Cessna Lima Golf 1.
Okay, so our cue to actually turn left base is a general thumb is when the runway, the edge of the runway gets to your rear window, which it is now, so you can actually take our left turn left base, reducing our altitude. And we can select our flaps while we're in the flap arc range. Let's keep an eye on the runway. Yep. You can see that on the nav we are pointing down. Generally, you should be able to judge this this landing. Really, I don't really normally use the ILS for this in this type of aircraft. Because once you're about three nautical miles. So about a nautical mile out and 1,000 feet or 300 feet maybe. You should be fine. Right, so we're on final. Right, so you can see with the taxiing, we're going to have to taxi across the runway. Selecting our third stage of flaps, second. Landing speed now about 70 knots, comes 65. Reducing throttle and getting ready to pull that nose up a little bit. Just letting her relax on the runway. There we go. Too late for this turning off, so we'll just let it roll a bit and we'll pick up the next turning off.
Cessna Lima, Golf 1 exit, runway when able.
Now that was full brakes and it was hardly stopping.
Cessna Lima Golf 1 contact ground on 120.025.
Going to 120.025 Cessna Lima Golf 1.
120.025. 120. Whoops. Right, let's contact ground, shall we?
Opa Locka Airport
Wow, we
information,
want
Foxtrot
taxi
1900
actually,
Zulu. Wind 276, a tree. Visibility.
OPA lock
taxi
ground
to
Cessna
parking.
Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 request taxi to parking.
Cessna Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Lima Golf 1 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Yankee Tree Yankee 7 cross runway 30 Tango 8.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Yankee Tree Yankee 7 cross runway 30 Tango 8 Cessna Lima Golf 1.
Okay, so this is where Navigraph is going to help us. Right, so let's get up. Let's get rid of this. And let's go to Kilo Oscar Papa Foxtrot. Taxi. Airport. That's where we are. So what did they say? Yankee 3, Yankee 7, cross runway 30, Tango 8. So Yankee 3, Yankee 7, Yankee 3, Yankee 7. Cross runway here. So we're turning right basically. Right the way down, almost, and crossing runway 30. Airport looks pretty empty today. There's no one here. Actually, no, there are aircraft on the GA parking ramp, and some down there as well. So we're looking for Yankee 7. There we go, straight down there, blocking my view. Straight down across this little west bend here. Make sure nothing's coming. So it's given us permission to cross this runway 30. We'll just double check nothing is coming. No, it's coming. Right, so we should be here really. What else did he say? Yeah, Tango 8. So really, let's have a look. We should go. We should go here really. Just turn around here. Wow. Right, so where to park? Got a red line there. Okay, well, let's not cross the red line, shall we? Right, let's just turn. There we go. Right, that is it. Parking brakes on. Engine off, mixture right way out. Flaps are up and ignition turn off. Oops, no, off. Batteries off, masters off. And that's it. Wow, what a flight. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. Nice flight. Took a while. Traveling so slow in an aircraft like this is well, it's nice for sightseeing, but it really does, you know, take its time, isn't it? So, well, anyway, thanks very much for watching the video. It's been nice having you along, and hopefully we can maybe do some more flights here in the Cessna 152. And see, you have the our beloved TBM 930 just next to us there, so nice place to park. So thanks once again. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you can be notified of any future video uploads. So that's it for now. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.